Hello, this LP3 training video is for the contact report. So go to Reports, Management Reports, Contact. This video is for the Employee Activity Report. So let's go ahead and pull a contact report list of contacts so that the Employee Activity Report makes more sense. Go ahead and do for, say, this month. So the contacts for this month are 15,056 so far for the month. 15,000 contacts, of which employees 25, 30, 32, and so forth make up that total of 15,056 contacts, of which 541 were promises to pay. So of the 15,000 plus contacts, 541 were promises that customers would come in to pay that were late. So down below here we have the employee activity report. So I want to see month to date all the activity for all these employees. We used to have it just by employee, but now you can see them all. So we go ahead and run this activity. What we have is payments. So because we're running this for all, we don't have, this first column would be payments, renewals, and then total transactions for today. We ran it for everybody, so there's no specific transactions for today. For everybody, the total month-to-date payments is 641 payments. Bar renew that came into the office and they renewed 40. Mail created, so an email loan was created and email phone loan was created, sent out to the customer. And we have 9 that were created, 13 completed for the month. We have this third column is if the payment was reversed, the BR office was reversed. When the mail is created, it's 3 to 4 days prior to it being completed, because when you create a phone or mail loan, you still have to mail out the contract, they have to sign it, get it back. So to fund the loan, it's 3 days. If it doesn't include Sunday, 4 days if it does. So that's why I have you have a creation for the mail, and then 3 or 4 days later you have a completion of the mail. So if you complete a mail or phone loan after 3 or 4 days, you can still have it reversed. And month to date, 2 of the 13 have been reversed. So renew email offers. So of all employees, there's 49 email offers for loans. Of those 49, month to date, there's 7 were rescinded. So if you go through the month and you look at all employees, you will find that throughout the month, 7 of the 49 that were offered were rescinded. Now, if the email loan comes through to completion, that's where this next category is. BR renew email loan came into completion. Month to date, we have 23 that were completed. So we have 0 reversed today, but month to date, we have 1 reversed of the 23 email loans that were completed. There's different stages of an email loan. There's the offer. There is whether it was rescinded or not, and if it wasn't rescinded, if it completed, then there's that count for the day or month to date. Or if it was reversed, that count for the day or month to date. Also have renewals, no cash renewals. We have 24 for the month. New loans are former borrowers, so that's somebody who was not a previous loan, or somebody who had a loan that paid off and hasn't been there for a while. It's 20 people that make up either new loans or former borrowers that had paid off and came back for new loans. So for all employees, you have total transactions 819, of which there are no reversals today, but there are 12 reversals month to date. So this is for all employees. Say we wanted to take a look at employee number 32. They have 75 contacts. Let's see what employee 32 looks like as of, let's look at yesterday's date. So let's see what employee 32 did yesterday. Employee 32 First activity of the day was 10:39. First contact was 10:41. Last activity of the day was 10:42. So it doesn't look like this particular employee worked long yesterday. They took one payment, so total of one transaction. They don't have any callback reminders, special letters. This employee didn't do a lot yesterday. So that was just yesterday. But again, we were looking at month to date, so all of February so far. The employee has a total of 75 contacts. So as you go back in time with this employee, you'll see that the employee didn't do anything on this particular date. Come back to Monday. Let's see if they did anything. Didn't do anything on Monday. Let's take a look at one of the employees that has a high number of contacts, employee 40. But imagine employee 40 is probably doing a lot of work every single day. So let's take a look at their work yesterday. So employee 40 did 5 payments yesterday. They did 1 BR office renew, so a customer's in front of them and they did a renewal. So they did 5 payments yesterday. Total they did 129 month to date. So from the first of the month through the 16th, they've done 129 payments. So BR office, they did 1 yesterday, and from month to date, from the first to yesterday, they've done 12 total. They created a BR mail created. They have 1 for the month to date, but none yesterday. So BR mail completed, none yesterday, but 1 for the month completed. They have no reversals or for yesterday or month to date, no reversals for mail loans. So email offered. Yesterday they offered an email loan. Month to date, 7 were offered month to date from the 1st to the 16th. They have no rescinded as of yesterday, but between the 1st and the 16th, one of the days or multiple days, they've had up to 2 that they rescinded. So of the offered email, 2 were rescinded or canceled. So BR Renew email completed. The customer had 1 email complete yesterday. Email loan complete yesterday. They've had 3 month to date. And then of the 3 that completed month to date, none of them have been reversed yesterday or month to date. NC renewals, they've had 5 month to date. Renewals NC or FB, so that's no cash renewal, that's a new loan or former borrower. They've had 0 yesterday, but 3 month to date, and none have been reversed yesterday or month to date. And then the total transactions, 8 for the day, 161 month to date, and they've had no reversals yesterday, but month to date they've had 2 reversals. Promises due month to date 75. Special letters, they've sent out 1 yesterday, and they've sent out a total of 10 total. So you can come in for the day for any employee for a specific day and see exactly what they did, both in payments, renewals, and BRs. That's a bar renew. That's somebody that's already had taken out a loan with your company and they're going to renew to a new loan. NC, no cash renewal, meaning they had to pay to renew. Any NLs or FBs, so these are new loans, people never been with you or former borrowers, they paid out completely and they came back and took a loan out, and then you have the totals there. For each employee, you have their first activity of the day when they first logged in the software, when they started doing collection activity for this section, the last activity of the day, and then the last contact in this section of the day. So it came in at 8:30, started working the contacts about 8:44, 4:56 in the afternoon. They stopped working the contacts, and the last thing they did in the software, maybe closing or something else, was at 5:19. So that is the employee activity report. It allows you to see in depth payments through renewals and reversals of payments and renewals. So now we have employee graph. So employee graph Let's go ahead and take a look at the first day of this month, March. Employee graph allows you to see how many employees made up the day's activity. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 employees, and we have the API, which is the automated like text message. So of the 5 employees in API, we can look down here. 8 means the 8 o'clock hour, so 8 o'clock through 8:59, 9 o'clock hour, 9 through 9:59, 10 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour, so forth. We can see if we mouse over the blue, employee 83 had 11 contacts for that hour. Employee 86 had 11. Employee 57 had 8. Employee 40 had 11 contacts for this hour. What the employee activity graph allows you to do is see all your employees and when they did collection activity for the day. It does appear that the collection activity was spread pretty evenly between the employees. At lunchtime, you may see less work done by certain employees because they're out at lunch. Let's take a look at another day. Let's look at the second. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 employees plus the API that make up that day. The work day started in the 8 o'clock hour. It ended in the 5 o'clock hour. And you can see throughout the day which employees and how many contacts they did in that particular hour. So less contacts were done around 11 or 12. It's probably because employees were at lunch. And then the last hour of the day, which is the 5 o'clock hour, was even fewer contacts. So I would imagine that sometime between 5 and 6 they stopped doing contacts and they ended their day's business. So this is the contact report employee activity report section and the employee activity graph section. The top section, the contact report list and the contact summary, is a previous video, and because of how much information has to be put out, I went ahead and split this up into 2 videos. One goes over the top part here for the contact list, the contact summary totals, and this video goes over the employee activity report and the employee activity graph. Thank you very much.